Hello, everyone, and welcome into this week's edition of the PreGame Coaches Interview. And I'm joined by Hayes High head coach Tony Crough. And coach, tonight you get your senior day game against Liberal, and you're coming off of a loss against your rival Great Bend. But you said in last week's interview that no matter what the result of that game was, it doesn't ruin or define the season. So do you still think that your team has responded well this week in practice after such a tough loss?
We do. We think it's been a good week. The last couple times we've played really good opponents, undefeated state-ranked opponents in Manhattan and Derby. The next week we've come out and played really well, got refocused, fixed things. Sometimes the losses help you more than the wins, even though we definitely need some wins for a playoff seeding. But we don't ever want to lose, the way we did to a rival like that. But we think that we're going to be better because of it.
And one of the struggles in that game was completing drives in the red zone. Was there something that the Panthers were doing that was effective for them in that part of the field, or do you think most of it was self-inflicted mistakes?
Both. They were playing us the same way the whole length of the field, playing basically a goal line defense the whole length of the field to stop our run game. And did a good job of it. And then when you get constricted down the red zone, sometimes it just makes it tougher to score. And we got to be a little bit more creative, so that's on us. But at the same time, we had plays down there, and we just didn't execute. We dropped 2 touchdown passes, in the red zone, which were going to be tough catches, but we dropped them. We got down the 1 yard line. Quarterback's helmet popped off, had to pull him out, so we couldn't quarterback sneak. And Ian Premer had about 3 stops down there that blocked a field goal and just took points off the board. So they were really tough in the red zone. We didn't execute very well down there. It was a little bit of both.
With Liberal's offense tonight, you're facing a freshman quarterback in Tevin Cotter, who has put up good numbers for a first-year quarterback, mostly because of his offensive line, and he also has targets that he can hand the ball off to and throw it to as well. So what's the approach tonight for facing such a young player who can get help from his teammates?
Yeah, their run game's the key. We got to slow down the run game and make Cotter throw it, make the freshman quarterback throw it. He can throw it, but he's a freshman, and I don't know how many pressure situations he's been like in this. Not enough of them. So we got to make him. The focal point of their offense, not their run game. If they can run it, we're going to be in for a long night. So we're going to have to slow that down first.
Liberal also has a lot of experience and size up front on defense. So do you plan on opening up the passing game a little more tonight?
We're going to try. It's not our strength, so we have to make sure we're hanging our hat on our strength as well. And we threw it. I think we ended up throwing it 25 times against Great Bend, and there's some penalties in there, so I think it only ended up being 17 or 18 attempts on the stat sheet. But we that's about where we want to be, is about 20 passes. 18, 15 to 20. We don't want to be in the 25, 30. That's not usually going to equal success for us. So, yeah, we've got to. Again, we dropped 2 touchdown passes. We missed a wide open post route for a touchdown. We had our chances to make plays in the pass game versus Great Bend, and we just didn't get it done. So I don't know if we'll pass it anymore. We just need to be better at it when we do it.
And it's senior night tonight, and in any high school sport, you want to go out and get one last win on your home field. So what do you feel like the emotions will be tonight with the talented group that you have that could potentially get a 5th straight 5-win season?
Yeah, it's going to be, senior night's always special to those boys, and you feel like it's always a little boost in the arm for everybody else to try to win one for those guys. We're hoping it won't be our last game. We're hoping it's not our last home game, but there's potential it could be our last home game. So we want to make sure that last chance these guys get to be in front of the home crowd, we can get a win for them. And they've just meant a lot to our program, just coming through all the way through 6th grade since we've been here, and we just really want to be able to put them out on top.
And my final question is similar to the last one, with it being senior night. Like you said, this group is one of the few classes you've had since they were in 7th grade at HMS. So could you take a second and explain what each player has meant to you and the team?
Yeah, I mean, again, they just, like you said, it's a group that when I got here, they were 6th graders. A couple of them have been ball boying for us ever since, and just been on the field a lot, and just running down through it. Johnny Cano has been a great playmaker for us, and someone that's been a spark for us athletically anytime we need him, and just a good 3-sport program kid. Ian McGuire, came over from Ellis and has been a kid that provided depth for us and has been able to make plays, and really has kind of come out of his shell personality-wise and been a guy that the team rallies around. Braden Meckel's been a tough workhorse for us that really does anything we ask him to do, and program kid that switched positions a couple times and landed at receiver and has done a great job there. And Cooper Lindenmeyer has been a leader for us, in the back half of our defense the last couple of years. But just he's a guy that kind of leads, just by example and shows everybody what to do and never gets too high, never gets too low. It's just been a great player for us. Carter Graham, obviously, has been our quarterback and done good things for us. Carter was a ball boy for us ever since 6th grade, and with him and Dalton Myers, who I'll talk about here in a little bit, is those two have been on the sideline for more Hayes High football games than anyone except for 3 coaches on our staff. And so, I mean, they've been around a lot, and Carter's done a great job being a good leader and a good kid for us. And Cam Jones has got out in the secondary and made a lot of plays and been a good athlete for us. And it's really grown into a kid that we didn't know that we're going to be able to count on, to a kid that we love and has become a leader and leads our prayer for us for the game. Brock Homeyer came over from Russell and added some depth for us and been a kid that's helped us at receiver and been able to help us there with some depth. And Dalton Myers, who I talked about, leader on the defense, defensive player of the year last year, and another kid that's just been around since birth. All of his brothers came through here, and so he lives and bleeds Hayes High football and has been with us and seen more games than anyone but me, probably, or probably more than me as well. Tage Cass, another one that came over from Ellis, has just provided depth and really has been grown into his personality on our team, and we've loved watching Tage grow into a good young man. And Wyatt Kirkpatrick, the emotional leader of the team. Wyatt's the guy that provides they call him Beast because he provides a spark for every game, and he's the emotions, and he's the one that sets it loose and obviously makes tons of plays. And such a great player and a kid that has been someone that they've all rallied around emotionally throughout. Jack Zeller back providing depth on the defensive line, and Jack was a guy that battled through injury last year and has provided a lot of depth when he on the D line and got bigger and really has been able to help us there. Slade Salmon's been a two-way guy for us, mostly one way this year, but Slade's probably the most talented guy in this class, and what he's been able to do to help on both sides of the ball and help be a leader on our offensive line has been important. And Will Clark, who came out this year and really helped us with some depth on the O line and D line, and great kid that I think if we'd have got it a couple years earlier, would be playing for us a lot as well. But just altogether, great group of kids that really stands for all the right things we want with Indian football, and all good character kids. There's only 13 of them. They only started with about 20, and it's been a small group all along, but mighty as well with their small numbers.
And that'll do it for this week's edition of the Pregame Coaches Interview. Coach, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.